Viviana Ruiz is a little girl with T-cell leukemia, which is not a good thing. In fact, it's a very bad thing.
Beautiful child.
She's so gorgeous and bald as a cucumber and shy. And she got up Friday and sang to win a prize.
Her parents were shocked.
They were absolutely beside themselves. Couldn't believe that she actually did it. We were sitting at lunch on Saturday in the Magic Kingdom. And she came sauntering up there, just...
Yes, she did.
She was wearing a Ariel wig.
That tomato orange red. It's real natural looking.
And she just thought she had it going on, man.
Ariel's her favorite.
And it's funny because you got to see that when she had the hair, her attitude changed about herself.
Yeah.
It seemed like she seemed more comfortable. She could have been any kid wearing a wig that day instead of a bald kid wearing a hat or wherever. And so it kind of lets you see how psychologically difficult this has got to be for a lot of these kids. They don't understand cancer or any of that. What they understand is, their hair fell out.
Yeah.
Got a little girl here named Cece who feels everything but can't do anything.
Yeah.
She's paralyzed. She's not paralyzed. She can actually feel everything. But she can't her brain doesn't make the connection to move the arm and move the leg and that sort of thing. She has a fear of being dropped when she's taken out of her chair.
Because she's helpless.
Yeah. And so getting on rides wasn't going to happen for her.
Yeah.
So they spent the last 3 days just watching, just looking around, just, walking through the park and looking around. Joseph Williams has no arms and has learned to do everything that we do with our hands with his feet.
All he's known is how to feed himself with his feet.
He can hold a fork with his feet and eat with his feet.
Like if you got a Diet Coke sitting on the tray table on the airplane, he can move his feet up, both feet, pick up the Diet Coke with both feet and drink it.
Yeah.
Amazing. And he limbers up like a ballerina.
Before he has to do anything
Does
like
all
that.
his stretching and everything because he knows I got to be more flexible than other people. Shelby Edwards. This is a little girl who was told by doctors to see as much as you can see because you won't be able to see much longer. She's had 4 cornea transplants, and they don't think another one is...
Good idea.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you this, there are 2 little twin girls here, Jasmine and Jennifer, that none of us can tell apart.
No joke.
Shelby, can tell them apart.
Yeah.
She knows, but she's just learning to walk with a cane. And I never knew that it was controlled. They have a fingertip touch thing, and there's little grooves, and I don't really understand what she's
very complicated.
doing. It's very, you'd think it'd just be a stick, you're tapping things.
Yeah, the way they sweep it across the
floor.
floor.
But it's a sweeping thing, and she's so young, and she's having to learn Braille. But I've never seen her without a smile. She smiles constantly and and kids like, every time I see her, she just hugs me. I'm like, kid, she hugs everybody. You're not special.
As I mentioned, we have some car accident victims that are with us today. And one of them is named Krista, and Krista lost her mother in the car accident. And her sister was in the wreck with her, and both of them were in the hospital for a long time, and they both recovered. Krista not as full of a recovery. Very close to her sister, who takes care of her, straps her legs into the wheelchair, and her granddad's the coolest guy ever because he was complaining to me out at the park. He's like, ever since you picked Krista, I've been trying to listen to y'all, but I can't get your station on my tractor.
That's cool.
But I got to hold her and take her to the Dumbo ride, and when she gets more than 3 feet away from her sister, she wants her back.
Well, can you imagine the connection they have?
Yeah.
Having been in such a horrible accident and lost a parent.
And lost mom.
But Tasha is she's such a cool kid to take care of her sister like that.
She totally is. Has had to grow up much more quickly than most. People look at this trip and go, it must be so sad. People would never come. It must be so sad.
No, not at all.
Man, you see a little boy with tripod walkers taking, 10 minutes to walk 30 feet and not giving up. That's inspirational.
Yeah,
that's not sad.
It puts things in perspective. I mean, I guess it was Saturday morning. We go down to the big room where we all have the group breakfast, and I'm like, man, the pancakes are cold. And kid looks over, at me and goes, Al, you're not sick. You have all your limbs. And I had to check myself. I was like, you got a doggone good point. I mean, you just look around, but there's not a sad face in the group. I mean, everybody's having a good time, and everybody's enjoying everything that's being done.